to over $2.7 billion. This consists of $2.5 billion in Nigeria's exports to Canada and $199 million worth of imports. 7 months ago, the two countries agreed to leverage on areas of competitive and comparative advantage to double the volume of trade to $6 billion by 2015. The federal government says it aims to export mostly non-oil products to Canada. Meanwhile, the country's infrastructure deficit remains a source of concern to many. The Securities and Exchange Commission, in partnership with the Ministry of National Planning, is working on a strategy in which the capital market can help address this problem. Their master plan is to ensure a coordinated approach to infrastructure developments to enhance the performance of the economy. Other currencies, the Naira firmed against the US dollar on both the interbank market and at the CBN's official window on Monday. It was buoyed by lenders holding on to local currency to meet the central bank's new cash reserve limits. Dollar sales by Shell and expectations of more greenback supply from the NNPC also helped support the Naira. The Naira closed at 159 Naira 65 kobo on the interbank market, firmer than the 162 Naira 20 kobo close on Friday. Traders say the Naira is expected to appreciate further this week. The bears have resurfaced at the Nigerian equities market as the all-share index pulled back by 0.2% to finish Monday's session at 38,350 points. Well, let's take a look at other figures as reported by Loretta Chiogo.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Exchange Report. The bears resurfaced at the Nigerian equities market as the all-share index pulled back by 0.2% to finish Monday's session at 38,350.96 points. Now, Better Gas garnered the maximum 10% to lead Prestige Insurance, RT Briscoe, and 18 stocks, which recorded percentage increase. On the laggards list, 32 equities recorded losses, including Trans Express, Nemeth, Pharmadeco, and Dangote Cement. The banking subsector boosted by activity in the shares of UBA, Sterling Bank, and Transcorp, and they contributed to the total number of shares traded. When the closing bell rang, investors had exchanged 375.50 million units in over 5,000 deals for 3.02 billion naira. And that's the stock markets report. I'm Loretta Chiogo.
Finally, Vodafone is suing the Italian telecoms company Telecom Italia that it's claiming that it abused its dominant position in its home market. Vodafone's Italian subsidiary is seeking damages of more than €1 billion. Vodafone claims Telecom Italia committed abuses between 2008 and 2013 with the intention of impeding growth in the competition in the Italian fixed-line market. The Telecom Italia has rejected this claim. Italy's competition authorities fined Telecom Italia €104 million back in May for abusing its dominant market position. Well, Telecom Italia, which runs Italy's biggest fixed-line telephone network, has said that it will appeal this fine. That's it on Business News. On the news at 10, Ijoma returns shortly.
First Bank, truly the first.
Next on the news at 10, Nigeria contingent departs for the World Championship in Moscow. That's on Sports News. Please join us again. We move on to sports, and Charles Aruka is standing by. Hi, Charles.
Right out of the starting blocks, IJ. Welcome to Sports News. Nigeria's contingent to the IAAF World Championships in Moscow has left the shores of the country. The championships, which will take place in the Russian capital from August the 10th to the 18th, is set to be the biggest in the history of the IAAF, with 206 member federations participating. The previous highest number of nations present was 200 at both Seville in 1999 and Berlin 2009. 20 athletes are representing Nigeria with focus on areas of specialties like the men and women's sprints, the quarter mile and the relays. Meanwhile, some of the athletes are confident of a good showing despite facing the hurdles of poor training facilities and the inability of their